Hi, hello, welcome to Dusty Shop, where bad decisions are rabid and planning is lacking. So, don't do what we do. Well, you could try it. Have fun with it. You know, do the YouTube stuff. Click like and subscribe. Alright, thanks. Alright, circus goers, so today we have ourselves a TBI 350 Chevrolet, which is going to go on a project we have coming up here soon. But I have a little time to kill right now. But what I want to do is, because machine shop time takes time to get in there, machining work, and so I bought this engine used. The vehicle in question, the vehicle in question has a 305. This is a 350. I bought some goodies for it, so we're gonna put a cam in it. I don't remember what brand this is. It's some, like, one of them brands. I have a Melling. We have the old Melling oil pump. We're going to replace the oil pump, pickup tube. We got this is a 480 lift, like stage 3 cam. I think I got all this stuff from Engine Tech, which is a place over in Carrollton, Texas. So far, what I've seen, just looking at stuff, looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool. Trying something different. Usually I'm a Fel Pro guy for years and years and years. Been a little dissatisfied with some of the Fel Pro products. Kind of looks kind of cheap, kind of cheesy. Maybe mechanics out there kind of notice that too. Some of the stuff you're kind of like, man, what happened? Used to be so good. But anywho, with that being said, like I said, this we're gonna turn this thing back to a throttle body. I'm gonna do the tuner, and we'll get into doing like a upgrading the injectors in this engine when we get rid of that part. Like I said, the vehicle has a throttle body in it, throttle body. So, like I said, I bought this thing used. I don't need half the stuff on here. We're gonna run like headers and like I said, it's got a 480 lift. It's supposedly like a stage 3 racing cam. I'm going whatever. Basically, what I'm getting out of it is this is like a little bit hotter than an RB cam, just a little, not even much. Biggest thing on it is it got a little bit bigger lift. It's got like a 480 lift, which really not all that great. The cam specs on it were, for what I paid on it. If it doesn't work out, unfortunately the vehicle it's in, it's going to be a pain in the ass to change the cam out, but we'll change the cam out, I guess, or we'll just leave it alone and just run it like it is, and nothing happened. It's just a freshened up 350. So, all right. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm not gonna use this, so we don't need this. Let's start taking this thing apart. Let's get down in here into the bread and butter of this thing. We're probably gonna do this with another vehicle too, or another engine. We got another engine coming in down the pike. So, yeah, let's get my big white tray out here. And keep all my parts. Oh yeah, I bought a Holley intake for these things, man. So yeah, kind of cool. So we'll put this engine on the run stand and run her up. But I did buy. So I got this intake. Kind of one of them, like, probably been sitting on the shelf at some speed shop for like forever. So they sold it to me for like, cheap, because it's been sitting around for, like I said, forever. Dual plane. It's for this thing. It's the Holley. What is this? Like a 304, like 66. Because the other one's for the Vortec engine, and this is the TBI engine. So there's a difference in the planes right here. I almost bought the other one because it's actually cheaper. But with that being said, I've had one of these engines, and I used the Elderbrock on there. And yeah, but I didn't really. I didn't cam it. Kind of as harsh as I am this. I wouldn't say harsh. I didn't cam this thing is. I didn't cam that engine like I did it, like I am this one. A little bit bigger, a little bit funnier cam. So, yeah, we're gonna put that on there. We're gonna get rid of the stock intake. The sad thing is nobody's ever gonna see this thing. It's just the way it is. Nobody will ever see it. Well, you'll just see like glimpses, very little bit of it. So, no need to get like crazy with it, because like I said, being said, let's take it apart. Let's get some tools out here. And let's make it happen, Kevin. Fan off. Oh, you dirty dog. It's going to make me do that. Alright, here we go. Let's take this off. Oh! Is that in there? Any water in there? Ooh. That's not good. It's a very good thing about an intake. I'll just say that. So what kind of shape we're in. That is not looking very promising right there. I will tell you that right now. Okay. This intake off. I see water.
And haters gonna hate, naysayers gonna naysay, yeah.
But that's why we do these teardowns, man. It's not like I'm just gonna stick this motor in that project. I never planned on that. This might be into it for some valves. For sure. Let's see what the machine shop is. There we go. Valve cover. I'll get some springs for it. Anywho. So. Get all that off, see what that looks like. Now for the $1 million question. Where did water go? Where did the water all go? So that is, I know what that is. Downs. Oh, we're going to have the block board. No, maybe not. Nope. 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 Okay. Nope. Absolutely not. We got good cylinders. We can hone it, re-ring it. Gasket looks. Kind of crusty, but you know what? I think we can live with that. I think we can live with that. And then lifters, that's going to be a little something, but you know what? We'll start oiling them down. The other side tore off. Get down on that one. Is that head? It looks like this one. So I'll bring you kids in here in a minute, and we'll show you what what it looks like in there. I'll give them my having the machine shop see what they got. Little Ferris Racing Engines has got to say about that. Pro gaskets in it, so you know, got some good stuff on board for sure, for sure. So let's bring it around to this side. Don't get that silly spark plug thingy off the back here. It's got that weird, like, I use these things for grounds. Ground straps, these big bolts like this, I use them for ground straps. I like them. There. Alright. Let's get the over here. Get the, I'm running low on, I'm gonna say low on batteries, but the batteries are not running real well around the shop. Ugh. This summer's been rough on them. Ah, yep. Sons of bitches. God damn. Mud. Alright. Sitting the part of the muddy part sitting in here is probably the best part of the cylinders. I don't know. Well, I think it was sitting outside a little longer than I was thinking. This is the one that's got me worried. We've got all kinds of nastiness in there. But we got some hones. We got marvelous and marvelous mystery oil. So, this block's gonna need a little more love than, you know, I was kind of anticipating. I was hoping that go in there and freshen up the heads and run with it. But then again, you know, yeah. We're not over, are we? Make sure we're not over like 30 over or something like that other one, because then we're really gonna be having a bad day. Nope, looks like we're standard. So, I am going to, you know what I'm going to do real quick? I am going to let me go grab some marbles. Let me grab some Marvins. Well, circus goers, so what we know is, I thought the one cylinders over there were bad. Nope, these on this side were worse. So we got water. We did have some water come up through the engine because it was left outside. Not covered up good enough. I'm sure it's one of the deals of bucket, who cares? I've done it. I have done that myself quite a few times. And paid the price. So this engine was done the same way. So what we're gonna do for now, it's fixable, doable, definitely doable. We may got some stock, jumped the gun and got some stock rings. And didn't get pistons. We may end up having to get mad to go and order some pistons, and probably have to send this block. I don't know. I'm gonna try to hone it. I'm gonna break it the rest of the way down. Check the crank. We'll come back. We'll get the crank. We'll check the crank. And yeah, we'll check this crank out. See what we got before I get too crazy into doing a bunch more stuff. So I like this engine thing, so I can leave the flywheel on and take the crank out. Shall we drain what's in that pan and see what we get? Probably should drain the pan because I haven't done that yet. And let's get the water pump off. You know, the water pump's just kind of hanging out there, really in the way. Okay, so you can see there. And I've already cleaned out the mud, but that's kind of what we're looking at here. A little rough. And you got water in there. Yeah. We got water down in the valves. I'm not sure. You see that there's water sitting in the cylinders. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that in there or not, but yeah. So this one actually was a better side of the passenger head. Or I said driver's side. So this is the other way. No blown head gaskets, but a lot of corrosion. So, and then we had a lot of water in the oil pan, obviously, because we had a lot of water in the cylinder in there. And you can see where it came in, right down that thing. Okay, well, basically I have a $200 engine. So what do you do? I got cam, engine tack. That's the gasket kit I was talking about. That was Carrollton, Texas, I think it is. I guess we'll look at the crank. The engine block's kind of dirty. I think we're gonna end up doing. Man, I really don't want to bore it, but I'm not against it. We're going to come back. We're going to pull the crank out of this thing, flip this thing over. Now that we got all the oil, we'll let the oil dribble overnight and fill up that thing. And we'll come back and flip it over, pull the harmonic balancer and the pulley off of it, and then pull that crank off, mark everything up, pull the crank out, pull the pan off, take a look down there. So we'll come back. Alright, circus goers. So we are back here again with the old, 350 here. And I did it again, so yeah, audio got messed up when I was shooting this one, but we'll do a little voiceover and then we'll get her done. So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna pull the harmonic balancer, timing chain, and all that good stuff. We're gonna get all that ripped off. We're gonna flip her over, and we're gonna get down to that crank, see what we got, see what our bearings look like, see if we're gonna continue on with this engine block or do I go find another one. Is a $200 block. So far I got what I paid for. But I think we can. And like I said, I still think we can salvage it, but we'll continue on here. So as I'm, lighting batteries because Texas summer heat is just absolutely murder on anything battery powered. Let's get all this tore down, and let's get down to the rod bearings and main bearings and see what we got. Because if they're tore up, we're gonna step back and see what we got. What we're gonna do? How we're gonna do this? What are we gonna do? All right. So here we go. All right. As we get after this, let's get some of this, like these covers and little brackets and all the other stuff on the block that I did not get stripped off. Let's get it tore down. Get out of here. Get this pulley and harmonic balancer off. Let's get the old timing chain cover. Take that off. Had a couple bolts on that. They're a little funky, a little difficult. So there we go. We got it flipped over. Whole pan's there. We all know how to take one of those off, I hope. If not, well, you might be, yeah. Okay. So we got the cam out. Cam was in good shape. No flat lobes, nothing like that. Still, hydraulic lifters are stuck in there. So yay. Yeah. Try to get them kind of wiggling loose. No way on that one. We'll have to deal with them later. And then taking all that down, let's get down here. Let's start marking everything up, clean it up. As I'm marking all the rods, the caps, and all that, stamp marking them, I'm going to start rotating it slowly. And there we are, knocking out number one, which was in a good shape cylinder. The ring broke, so yay! Yeah, that's why we do this. Looking at all the journals on the crank so far, they all were looking good. No scoring, no sludge, none of that craziness. The motor was not a high mileage, not a low mileage, kind of an average mileage type motor. Like I said, it wasn't sludged up, nothing crazy in there, so that was all great. No marks, no scores, no burned up bearings, all that looked clean and good. Got it rotating, got it all knocked out. Even my cylinders that were all gummed up and cruded up and all that, I did manage to get those out. Those pistons look a little rough, so we gotta get all that cleaned up. We'll run through the wash tank. Right now the tank's kind of nasty, and then we'll run through there muddied up like that. We'll change the fluid in the old wash tank, part washer, with some fresh stuff, and then we'll run it back through again. See how that turns out. But as of right now, man, that crank is in good shape. No problems, no scoring, no nothing like that. It's got a one-piece rear main seal, so we'll have to take the flywheel off to get all that apart and get the crank actually out of the block. So it's in good shape. Great. All right, circuit score. So as we can see here, we have ourselves one TBI 350 block with a good crank in it. So there's no scarring, no damage to the crank. The piston's a little rough. Had a broken ring. I think it was number one, which is my best cylinder, cleanest cylinder out of all this block, which is, hey, that's what you get. That's why you go through these engine blocks, check them out, see what you got going on. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start soaking down their pistons and the old part washer, because the stuff in there is kind of muddy and dirty. So let's continue on with all the old nasty parts. Change out the old part washer solvent, and then rewash them and clean them up. Start all that process. I'm gonna cut that thing open, make sure there was no metal and shavings in that, because that will actually look not too bad. See what's left in it. But yeah, I think we're gonna try to hone this thing. I still gotta knock all the lifters out of it. I think I still have a hone for doing that, so I'm gonna try honing out those, lightly honing the lifters spots, so that way those things will move like they're supposed to. And we'll hone the cylinders and see how that turns out. And if it doesn't, well, I guess we'll be sending it to the machine shop and getting a board, and then we'll order some pistons to match and start putting this thing back together. So with that being said, I guess next time we see this thing, we'll be doing the putting her back together and hopefully get it on the run stand and fire it up and see what it does. With that being said, thanks for watching. And yeah, catch us on the next one. All right. Thanks.